Scruffy? Hey, you like that spot, huh? Not coming to the door again. That's okay. Meowing a little more. So I got more of the same. Let's see. Mini pate, super supper, kibble, and rotisserie chicken scraps. Past you. Guess you're really cozy in that spot, huh? Okay, so Scruffy moved for pets. So I think there's one more helping of rotisserie chicken scraps for tomorrow, and then that will be it. Until the next time I buy more. Although I'm not planning to go back for a while and buy more. So let's see. Yeah, I was talking about buying a new backpack because my existing one ripped, or didn't really rip it, disintegrated. So the seam at the bottom that connects the leather part to the frame of the backpack is looks like it basically disintegrated. Seam, the threads that did the seam look like, yeah, they just came apart, and then the leather part itself seems to be crumbling, and I think it's just age related. So anyway, I mentioned, is it Office Max or Office Depot? I think it's the same company now. They have a sale. It's actually going on for a few more weeks, so it's like 50% off. So I definitely want to buy a bag for 50% off. But the problem is that they don't actually seem to have any inventory, and they don't seem to ship. So you have to actually go to a store and pick it up. But none of the stores near me, and I use the term loosely, near me, have any inventory. And looks like the closest store to me, which doesn't have any inventory anyway, is something like 20 miles, so it's not a quick drive. So I thought there was a chance that there was one that they were willing to ship, and I was trying to buy that one, and yeah, won't let me. So either they sold out of that completely and they're not shipping them anymore, or and I missed out, or they just were never going to ship it to me in the first place. So I'm really annoyed. I was looking around for alternatives, other stores that might have it, and yeah, I can't find anything for a decent price. Most places are selling it for full retail, which is it's like $55 or something like that. And then the other problem is a lot of them are charging shipping on top of that, which adds another $10-15. I missed my opportunity. I found another shop, or yeah, another quote unquote store, never heard of. I think it's called Ohio Liquidations or something like that. And they actually had a pretty good price, but they were charging, I think, $12 shipping, which ate into a lot of the savings. So this is an okay deal. It wasn't great. I was hoping to find something a little bit better, and then I was not sure. So I never heard of the store, so I didn't know if they were a scam. The website was not the didn't instill me with a lot of confidence. They had, used logos for Amazon Pay and some of the big credit card things, but these were low resolution images, which is always kind of a bad sign. So the problem is it's unclear if they're trying to they're not technically savvy and they just took really crappy images and didn't use official images, or if they weren't allowed to use the real images, and so they took really crappy screenshots of the payment things, and these things are actually linked to more nefarious fake payment sites. So I didn't actually go through the full checkout initially. So I tried to do some research on the company, and they actually look legit. So it looks like they're kind of like an eBay seller. So it looked like it was a kind of mom and pop shop. So after I did all my research, I said, okay, I think I'll give them a shot. I'll be using my credit card, so if there is fraud, chances are the credit card will cover the fraud. So I'll give it a shot. So I try to place the order, check out, and then it tells me the item is sold out. So I missed my opportunity. It took too long researching the thing to find out if it was a fraud or not, and I'm guessing they probably only had one or a couple, and so I just wasn't fast enough, because they're probably as like an eBay like seller, they probably don't keep a lot of the same inventory around. It's whatever they happen to get their hands on, and they just resell it. So needed to be faster, but I didn't know who they were, so I was trying to do my due diligence. That's a word that people don't seem to know anymore. I guess I could talk about that after I feed Scruffy. Fortunately, I'm not affected by it, so. But there's some stuff that's been happening in the news you probably heard about. So FTX is the big it's a crypto exchange, and looks like it was just a pure fraud, outright, and there were red flags ablaze. I forgot, there was somebody who wrote a really funny thing about like the magnitude of the red flags, but I can't remember it. So it was a really funny description of like just how many red flags there were. But basically, nobody did their due diligence. So anyway, I think I'm gonna feed Scruffy. Okay, let's get feed. He's about to dodge the brush there. Okay. So, yeah, so this morning I saw Scruffy on the table, and he was licking the glove. And yeah, he didn't see me, so I was trying to hide. So I was trying to film him from from behind the wall, sticking out my camera through the window. And yeah, I'm guessing he was licking. When I move the balls, a lot of times I'm touching the balls, which have some food juices on them, or food. And since I've been putting rotisserie chicken in there recently, there's probably a lot of rotisserie chicken juices in there as well. So they're probably really salty and tasty, even dried up. So I'm guessing, yeah, Scruffy could smell the residual food from last night and decided he wanted to lick the glove this morning, even though it was probably all dried. And then at a certain point, I think he saw my camera, and I think he was actually looking for me, or trying to figure out what that camera was, and so he moved over, and I actually shifted even more behind the wall just to try to get completely out of sight. But I don't think I was fooling him. He probably knew I was there. Or he was just like looking at the camera. And then let's see. Then this afternoon, yeah, he was hanging out on the table. Most of the afternoon sleeping. And then at lunch, yeah, but he came down at lunch to wait for me, so he's expecting me now at lunchtime. So I came out. I think it's kind of quiet again. I think I got a few meals though. It's Scruffy. You know, water and kibble. So you're waiting for me. Yeah, I saw you on the table this morning. You're licking the glove. I guess when I touched the balls, the rotisserie chicken juice maybe got onto it. Is it a nice salty flavor maybe? So anyway, let's see. I was talking about the FTX scandal. It looks like a scandal. I guess they haven't proven anything yet, but yeah, it looks really bad. So this has been going on for a while, and it just seems to keep getting worse. So the Enron, the guy who was cleaning up the Enron mess, he's now the CEO, basically trying to sort out everything so they can go through the bankruptcy proceedings. So, and he's basically come out and saying this is like the worst thing he's ever seen. This is just insane. I heard somebody, another funny quote, said, I think this is like a Vietnam vet saying the worst violence he's ever seen was at a bar fight he saw last night. So yeah, I heard the basically the accounting basically was done on a little Excel spreadsheet, and basically it was for the whole company, or I don't know if it's the whole company, but basically I think it was the FTX and its sister trading arm, Alameda Research, and basically the spreadsheet was very vague, a lot of missing entries, and used big round numbers for everything, so it wasn't accurate at all. No precision. And so, coming back to due diligence, so I'm not that surprised. Small investors, got screwed. They should have done some due diligence, but I'm not surprised that they didn't. But this is a really damning moment for the sophisticated investors who put in money. So these big hedge funds and rich entrepreneurs who think they know everything, and clearly they didn't ask for any financial statements, because it looks like the only one they had was that little spreadsheet. One look at that, they should have gone, run screaming the other way. But I don't even think they looked at it. So lots of people not doing their due diligence. So. And sadly, a lot of these people, these victims, are probably not going to get any of their money back. It looks like, this is just pure fraud. The money's gone. So they're gonna, the term is usually pennies back on the dollar, and I think they might be lucky to get that much. It looks like the fraud was so big, I don't know if there's going to be anything left. Let's figure after all the lawyer fees and expenses of trying to sort out this mess, there's clearly missing money, and the money's probably spent and gone, and there's not much to be reclaimed. And then the secured creditors, assuming there are some, they're going to get their money first. So the victims, it's not clear if the victims are going to be in the front of the line, because there was another crypto company, essentially two, that went under before this. One was called Voyager Digital, and the other one was called Celsius. Celsius looks kind of like a scam too. Voyager, I don't want to call it a scam. It was definitely, there are red flags, but I don't think there's anything criminal about it. Celsius, I'm not so sure. So far, they haven't filed any criminal things on Celsius. It seems to share a lot of things with FTX, but they haven't filed any criminal charges on FTX either, so go figure. But one of the problems legally for the people who put money in these companies is because of the lack of regulation, or particularly the classification of what a crypto is. It's not clear if the people who invested money with these companies are given protections if the assets are lost. So are they first in line, or are they deemed unsecured creditor, which means they're last in line? And I think in both the Celsius and Voyager case, I think they've been deemed unsecured creditors. So I think the FTX debacle is much, much worse, and I think they're probably going to be found to be unsecured creditors in the end, and they're probably not going to get anything back because there's no money. With the one exception, I think the FTX US division because that was actually had a little bit of regulation. If you had money with them, in theory, you may have gotten some extra protections, but because it looks like this is a big, massive fraud, the money's gone. So I don't think they're going to be able to give anyone back any money, even though they might be in front of the line. There's probably still no money left. So yeah, really sad for those people. So I am very happy that I have no interest in any of these things. So I managed to steer clear of them all. I actually did look into FTX a while back. I was interested in the idea of trading some options on Bitcoin in particular. I don't particularly like Bitcoin or have confidence in the long-term prospects, but I was thinking maybe some shorter-term trades. There might be some opportunities there, depending on where the prices went. And then more recently, when the crypto started collapsing, I was thinking maybe I'd like to short it with options, buy some puts or something. But the only exchange that's authorized to sell options or do options in the U.S. is FTX on crypto, and so I did some rudimentary homework on them a while back. I actually first looked at them before it was FTX. There was a separate company that was doing the options. I think they were called LedgerX, and FTX bought them at some point. But anyway, I did my homework first on LedgerX, and then later on, when they got bought, I did my homework again on FTX. And I didn't really like what I saw, especially with the FTX stuff. There was a lot of red flags, a lot of suspicious stories. A lot of people were suggesting that Alameda was trading against customers. There were reports of very strange liquidations that only happened in FTX and none of the other exchanges. And then there's a very pragmatic theory that if any crypto company has their own altcoin, it's automatically a red flag, because there's basically so many ways you can do financial engineering with your own token that it's pretty much screaming fraud. So I managed to steer clear of it. Yay. Move the balls for Scruffy. But I've been cracking out the popcorn to watch the whole FTX debacle unfold. It's you can't make this stuff up. The story is absolutely absurd. They say truth is stranger than fiction, and in this case, yeah, it really is. Can't believe some of the stuff that's going on. and I think we're still only at the tip of the iceberg. I think there's still a lot more that's going to come out. At least I hope it comes out. Yeah. So it also sounds like there are a lot of interests to suppress what's going on. So maybe we'll never find out. So too many politicians got money. Okay, folks. Scruffy's leaving fast tonight. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.